Right. Testing. All right. All right. So, what's your favorite color?
It bounces, man. Like usually, like I start off with blue, but like I kind of like black.
Blue and black. Do you have like a shade of blue you prefer?
I used to like royal, but then like
Really?
as I got older, I didn't like how bold it was, and I'm more into like a sky blue,
Like
but
a pastel blue?
yeah, but like I don't really like sky blue that much because it's kind of like sky blue. It's like a color that like you get to later in life, but it's kind of like boring, you know?
All right. So it bounces between sky blue and black, huh?
Yeah.
What causes the bounce?
I don't know, man. I like black a lot. I don't know. It's just like this flat, like uh, maybe because it's like dark
Yeah.
and like it goes with everything.
Yeah.
Like some colors just don't mesh well with anything, but like black, like you work that with everything, you know.
All right. I get that.
But black with red is kind of like gross to me.
Black with red.
Yeah.
All right. No red. Do you have a favorite artist?
Like artist, like musician, or like.
Well, we can do visual arts.
Oh, visual art.
Let's do visual arts.
Nah, man. I don't think so. I'd like a lot of the work that my friends make and shit like that, but like I'd say like my friend Ariel Wilson is like my favorite artist because every single thing she like makes is like something I like.
Cool. Um, is there anything in here that's ours?
I got a lot of shirts that are like derivatives of paintings that she's made.
All right.
But yeah, I don't have any of her art. I bought all her shirts.
It's all good. It's like good art.
Yeah.
Wear it. It's showing your.
Yeah, nobody else has
Art.
them, so like feel really special.
Nice. Is she from Houston?
No, she's from California. She's from Temecula, I think. Temecula, California. And part of the Inland Empire. It's like
Alright. On
the
edge of
Inland
the
Empire
desert?
starts immediately after San Diego County.
All right.
So Temecula is like the first city you get into right after you leave San Diego County.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Then, do you have a favorite musician or
And Radiohead, I would say.
musician? Radiohead, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I like Radiohead and York and Portishead, but Radiohead for sure. You know? I love them all, but Radiohead's gonna take over.
All right. Do you have a favorite movie?
It's like a toss-up between Willy Wonka the Chocolate Factory and Leon the Professional.
Nice. Those are two fairly different movies. You mind if I ask what makes you like
Willy
them?
Wonka is like Willy Wonka because of like I don't know, it like kind of wraps it up in the one song when they go into the factory and he's talking about pure imagination. That song, I
Uh-huh.
like it because it's like it's like this fantastical story, you know, that ends really well, you know,
Mhm.
but like it's just like it's just a really happy story. It's a really happy story, and like Leon the Professional, I saw the Professional at first, you know, and I really liked it because of like Leon, the character Leon, and like his relationship with Matilda, and when I actually saw like the uncut version that like they released like in other countries,
Yeah.
and where they had like the added scenes and stuff like that, where they like built upon like the relationship between him and her,
Yeah.
like it made it like much more of a great movie because like you got to see that like that shit build up, but I don't know, they all have like qualities where it's like I think they all end like pretty awesome. Like they're like the endings aren't like the professional doesn't end like really happy, but
Mhm.
like she's like coming to like the point where it's like, you know, I can't like run forever and I have to like, you know, at some point like kind of take responsibility for like all my actions and shit. And she's like at that point like grew up, you know, at the end of the movie, you know.
Yeah.
Just the one scene where she like with the lady, like the like head lady at the school, like the principal or whatever, was like, we'll let you back in, you know, but like you got to stop lying, you know. And then she finally tells the truth, and it's kind of like, I don't know. I feel like the character was at that point was like, there's that relief, and she's like, now I can just like be okay.
Huh.
Yeah.
All right. Just for clarification, when you say the Willy Wonka movie,
It's not the Johnny Depp one.
All right, it's that.
Oh no, that one's like that one's a horrible movie. Like when they show Charlie in his like room in the attic and there's a big ass hole and it's snowing on him. Like, there's no family like in the world that would make a kid like sleep in that fucking situation when they have of course downstairs like all like the grandmas and grandpas are like sleeping in that one bed. Like, it's probably warm in that bed,
Yeah.
I think he'd be okay sleeping with like his grandparents,
Yeah. Not getting snowed on while he sleeps.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite book?
The Idiot.
By Dostoevsky?
Yes.
Why The Idiot?
It's like a two-part thing. Like, it was the first book that I'd read in a long time, and it was also the first book that I'd read in a long time that was more than 500 pages,
Mm.
and it was the first book that I read by a Russian novelist.
You
I
like
just
Russian novels?
Yeah, and after that I kind of got like hooked on them,
Yeah.
But I don't know. I like the story, man. I like the character. I like the prince. I like the romantic build up and like all that. And like, I don't know. There is like something about like books that are written a long time ago when they talk about like influenza and like consumption and shit like that.
Do you like Charles Dickens?
No.
All right.
I like Great Expectations. That's pretty much it. I tried to read A Tale of Two Cities, but like I couldn't get past the first 2 pages. And I have like Oliver Twist, but like I haven't even like got past like the first like 5 sentences.
I don't blame you, man. I like Russian literature, but I cannot stand Charles Dickens. It's the dullest of the dull.
Yeah.
But he's paid by the word, so you like.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why they're all so long and drawn out and just like slow and slow and slow. Is he's paid by the word. And you put all those books are from periodicals and magazines and stuff that he put them in.
He did Christmas Carol, right? No, not Christmas Carol. What the fuck was that book? The Scrooge book.
Yeah.
I like that one, and I liked Great Expectations. Like, Great Expectations was like one of my favorite books for sure.
Huh.
Like, I like really like sad like love like fucked up love stories.
Right on.
Kinda.
Right on. How long you lived in Houston?
I've been in Houston for about 4 years now, I think.
Right on.
Yeah, it should be right at 4 years. I moved out here in June.
So did you just move from Baytown?
No, I moved from Bay City. Yeah, just then. I was going to school at Wharton Junior College, and I was going to school for computer shit, and I realized I looked like a year and a half into it. I realized there was like something I didn't really want to do. I looked at the jobs, and then what that was what it really was. I looked at the jobs that like I could get with like that type of degree, and I was like, if I pursue this, like I'm gonna be like working on computers or like setting up like network systems or like troubleshooting shit, and like I could potentially own a business, whatever, doing that. But I just don't want to do. It seemed like really lame, and it's not something that I really love to do.
Right.
I like computers and but it's not something I want to do for other people.
Right.
But yeah, then I started looking for schools that did like photography. So I came out here to check out Art Institute and their program that I looked at. Like I was talking to a counselor, and I was looking at like some of the stuff that was in the curriculum, and it was all seemed like Photoshop based shit. Like there was like very minimal like actually like lighting and things like that, other shit.
It was all post.
It's like a post like degree, So I talked to the counselor, and she's like, well, so where do you see yourself with photography? And at the time I couldn't like, photography is like a feeling. It's not. I can't like. I'm not gonna just keep coming up with ideas like out the top of my head to like produce like work and shit, Like I have to feel like I want to take a photo, something's gotta draw me to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I told her that, and she's like, so what about video? And I like had this like I'd been like wanting to do this PSA for like kidnapped people, like missing persons, using a Radiohead song, and she was a fan of Radiohead, and the song's How to Disappear Completely,
Mm-hmm.
And I had like told her, I just went through the whole video and told her the whole thing, and she's like, well, you want to like check out that program? So we walked around the campus and everything like that, and I looked at how much it cost, and I was like, yeah, nah, and I saw like that all the degrees are like these rush degrees, like they're all like 3-year plans, or like you can do a 3-year or 2-year, but like there's no real break. And so then I started looking at other places that offered like similar programs, and I looked at ACC and University of Austin, but I don't like Austin, and I don't want to move there. So I saw that HCC had the same program, so I moved to Houston.
Right on. So you got a degree in videography?
I didn't even finish that shit. I got like, I need like one class, but then like I was supposed to be able to substitute the class. The counselor was okay with it, but then like the head of the department at HCC in Spring Branch was like, no, you really need to take this class. And I was like, well, how about I just transfer to U of H? So I transferred to U of H.
Right on. Why don't you want to move to Austin?
I don't. I didn't know. I didn't really just want to move that far away from home, from Bay City.
Right.
But when like I went out there, like after being out here for about a year, visiting a friend out there, I saw that I would not have liked it anyway. It seemed like a place where like it's super diverse, but like around the campus it's not.
Yeah.
And like that's like what Austin like boasters, like that like whole like lifestyle, like those people that like with the people that you'd see around there, is what they want you to see. But there's a lot of people that don't get like don't get a say in what happens in the city. There's a lot of
underrepresented.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that are underrepresented there,
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have liked it because like I don't know, and I feel like Houston's a place where like that it embraces, although it embraces like the diversity here, it also kind of like is money minded, so that where like though they embrace it, like these different types of communities, they also want money like within the city, so they'll like gentrify an area so that way they can keep the money there, but they'll still like try to like put it out as like there's like a cultural plan, within that whole thing, and it kind of is, but at the same time when you get like condos taking over a certain area in town, like it kind of ruins that like whole vibe. You push the people out that create the culture, and you just get like nothing.
Right on. That concern you? Like the
it does, and it does and it doesn't, because I'm also a part of that,
Yeah.
Because I'm living like here that's used to be like this like predominantly like Chinese or Asian like part of town that
Really?
became like this Hispanic part of town that's now becoming like this conglomerate of like artists and like whoever, and now like those people are like making the neighborhood like look more like, hey, like anybody can live here, and now the condos are coming.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're not coming too much now, huh?
Yeah.
Slowed down a lot with the oil.
Well, I mean, like those condos are like a lot of those lots that are already sold, and those condos that are getting built there are already sold as well.
Huh. No shit. Well. Alright, enough about cities and Houston's woes. What is your greatest childhood memory?
Childhood memory is the greatest. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's no big deal.
Is it like what is childhood? Like, is it like up to like where you become like an adolescent, like 12 years old, or like below?
What's your greatest memory? What was the happiest memory you can think of? Let's go with that.
I think one of the happiest, I guess, is like when I graduated high school, because I'd failed the 7th grade like twice, but the second time like I failed, like I got kicked out of the school and got promoted to 9th grade, because I was really bad, and my mom made me feel really bad about it because I didn't deserve it, I should have got held back again, but Yeah, like everything was kind of against me. You know, I had this reputation of being this like really bad kid, not like I got in fights or anything like that, but that like I was always like talking in class and like acting like a fool and shit. You know, and at one point, like I guess like teachers were like would tell my mom that like they're like were trying to do everything in their power to like keep me from graduating, and my sister at this time was pregnant, and she was going to be a single parent for a minute, you know, and she was coming back from Japan and she's going to get stationed in California, and so my mom asked her if I can live with her out there, you know, and my mom took out this $10,000 loan and like got me out to California. I guess that was like my turning point where I got to see that like all that shit that I went through, like being made fun of, like for being like tall and black and not liking basketball, riding skateboards and listening to fucking rock music and shit, getting out there and like seeing that like I could be accepted for like wherever I was, you know, and then like being able to like actually pass all my classes and like be taken seriously, you know.
So did you graduate in California?
Yeah, I graduated there.
All right.
And so like graduating was like probably the best thing that like had happened to me for a long period, because like I didn't think I was ever gonna graduate. You know,
Yeah.
like I didn't have like motivation to do shit. Like I wasn't doing work. But yeah, like that was. I would say graduation was like one of the highlights. But I would also say like vouch and say like moving to California was probably the best thing that ever happened to me in my life.
Oh yeah.
It's the
Like
best
California
thing.
a lot?
Yeah. And I had like I have real issues, man. Like not feeling accepted, you know, and always feeling like kind of like outcast, you know. And it helped with my confidence a lot,
Cool.
for sure.
What part of California?
I stayed in Fallbrook. It's the southernmost city within San Diego County.
So it's like right on the border.
Well, no. This is like going inland, like this is going inland, but this is like right next to Temecula and all the other shit. So it's like going north.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Huh. Do you prefer realism or abstraction when it comes to visual arts?
I mean, I guess that I don't want to be like general. I could take a little bit of both, but I don't really like.
It's all right.
I don't like realism so much because it's like it's just it's a direct relation to something, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like trying to convey that thing.
All right.
In abstractions, like a thing where like it could be anything. It didn't have to like be like related to anything. It could be like just a doodle or some shit, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't like it to be like super contemporary where it's just like a plain ass white canvas with like a black line on it, you know. I don't really dig that.
No
shit at all.
Rothko?
Nah,
No
dude.
Rothko?
Like where it's just like a bunch of different blacks on the same canvas. So I can't dig it.
So you don't. So I can put you down as not a minimalist lover.
I mean, I can dig minimalist. I can like dig some shit, but like I don't know. And it's funny because I was talking to a friend of mine, Diana, like maybe like 2 or 3 years ago about we were just fucking hanging out, and I was like, you know, it'd be funny like go to like just to go to a museum and then see like a plain white canvas on the wall, and I fucking went to the Menil and there was like a plain white canvas on the wall, and I was like, what the fuck, man? Like, and I don't like, and the thing about the Menil is they don't have any like didactics or anything on the wall, so you don't know what the fuck it's supposed to mean. You have to go like look it up or whatever, you know. And but yeah, I never looked it up, but like I don't know, man. I don't know. I just don't dig like super minimalist like stuff.
Super conceptual.
I don't like surrealism either.
Don't like surrealism.
Nah, I don't dig surrealism.
Why don't you like surrealism?
Because it's like one of those things where you like, it can go like for most art, like it can go like a lot of ways. Like you go in like whatever you bring to the conversation is what you take out of the work, unless like you're like kind of guided through it, which is like what you would expect sometimes. Where like I don't know what this means. And if the artist is like, what does it mean to you? Like, can you find meaning in it? Something like that. It's like, it's kind of like, for me, it's kind of like, you had meaning in like creating it, I guess. I would like to know what that is, so that way I can see what you saw, and then see like compare it to how I feel about it like now, you know.
Yeah.
But what's realism is kind of like one of those things like, if there's no words next to it, man, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some of it's like super like complex thought that I really like. When I go into museums, sometimes I can look at like a couple pieces and like think about them, but like after like the fifth piece, I'm like my mind's shutting down. Like I'm not gonna be thinking about it anymore. I'm just looking at it now, you know.
All right, cool. Well, let me ask you this: who do you prefer more, your mother or your father?
Yeah, my mom for sure, man.
Mom.
Like, there's not even like, yeah.
All right. Well, in my research in doing this with guys, I've found that almost 100% of the time, if you can unequivocally say a mother or a father, guys will say their mother for realism.
Yeah.
You guys say their father for abstraction.
Yeah. Yeah, nah. Oh, well, my dad's a piece of shit, man. I don't fucking care about that dude.
He's got some balance on the scales. But you are a photographer, a videographer. It's pretty heavy realism right there.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, yeah. I mean, like, it's like, what do you see? But the thing about, like, with some of the pictures that I take, well, like, a lot of the things that I try to convey is, like, I try to take pictures of people. When I take pictures of people, I try to take pictures of them, like, as real as possible, you know. And I feel that's an abstraction when compared to like a lot of like portrait-based things where like you're getting a person to do a thing or something like that.
Moment.
Yeah, like when people feel really comfortable, then you get to see like something that a lot of people don't get to see. You know, when a person's smiling, like I would imagine like when a person's smiling at me when I have a camera, like when I catch that moment, you know, like that's as real as that smile's gonna be, you know, for anybody. You know,
all right.
Like it's a glimpse into like somebody's like who I am, you know.
Yeah.
I remember my friend Sean Fitzsimmons. Like he was like, we went to when I lived in California. We went to the Arrowhead Mountains. His family had a ranch out there, and I'd taken my camera with like a lot of rolls of film, and I just shot pictures the whole time, you know. And like I showed them the picture afterwards, and he's like, you know, like and he was looking at these like faces and these smiles that people were having, and he's like, man, like only you would get that, you know, like if somebody didn't know the person with the camera, you know, they'd be on guard, you know. You have to like work your way into that. Like a person has to trust you and feel comfortable with you in order to like, you know, show you something like that, you know. Because when you see like, I don't know, I imagine like I compare it to like when people are taking like those like graduation photos or like something where you go to like hire someone to take these photos. Like that person may be trying to boil it and like get you to feel comfortable with them, but that's like a temporary like sense of comfortability, you know. Like when you see them again, like you're gonna know them from that job. It's not so much like you're gonna be like having a real conversation with that person. You're not gonna be friends with that person. It's like I hired you for a job. Like after if I never see you again, it's like it's kind of okay, you know. But like a friend is like different, I guess.
Yeah, no, I get it. Huh.
But
That's interesting. Very, very interesting.
When I shoot video, when I shoot video, it's kind of like, and some of the photos as well, I kind of try to shoot it like from like everybody's perspective is different. Like not like height-wise and like whatever visuals, like whatever aesthetic that you're pleased with, you know.
Yeah.
When I do video, I try to make it like for me, I try to make it look like a movie because like I feel like everything like. Every second of like every day is a fucking movie, you know, like, and I try to like pull that out of like everything. I can't really do it so much with the stuff that I do at the museum, you know, but like when I shoot stuff for myself, like I want it to look like a finished product, like while I'm like shooting it, you know. But,
have you ever seen Andy Warhol's movies?
No.
I suggest you look into them because it sounds a lot like what you're talking about. He would just minimal editing. His idea of a movie is like set the camera up and let people do their shit.
Yeah.
It's like that's it. And then get the tape, cut, you're done.
Yeah.
His first movie. The first movie he did was called Sleep, where he filmed in front of us just sleeping. It's like 8 hour long movie, right?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a guy sleeping. It's got like little cuts of the guy moving around. And another one of his early movies is Empire State Building. It's like 12 hours, just the Empire State Building.
Yeah.
That's it. They're very artsy.
Yeah.
But it sounds, some of his layer work sounds a lot like what you're talking about. So if you're interested in that sort of thing, it's just Andy Warhol. Look up his film over whatever it's called. All right. If you go on vacation anywhere, where would you go?
I don't know.
Anywhere in the world, money is not an object. It doesn't have to be anywhere specific and be like, I want to go to the mountains, I want to go to the beach, I want to go to cities.
I don't know. Right now I'm thinking like there's two different places. I'd go to, it's like either Sweden, where my friend Matt, who got me into photography, where he's living currently, you know, with his wife, or Africa. And Africa is like anywhere in Africa, you know, but like, it's just like, and I say Africa because I was thinking about I was listening to Akon, who like it's been in the news recently, thinking about what he said, like when people think about like Africa, like nobody thinks about going on vacation there, you know, like especially like black people, like they don't think about going on vacation there. And I thought about it, like if I don't want to go on vacation in Africa, you know, I want to live there, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah. So it probably, I don't know, man. If I can beat some, I don't know, probably be somewhere on that continent, because like.
Oh yeah, definitely. I watched some old movie from like the '60s, like Endless Summer or some shit.
Yeah.
And they surf all around the world basically, and they go to Africa. And it was the '60s, so it was a little bit better.
I heard that's that's an iconic fucking surf movie.
Yeah, then it was like somewhere on the West Coast, somewhere that's not too good right now.
Yeah.
And they surf there, and it's great surf, great beautiful beaches, and they're teaching the kids how to surf. It's kind of funny because they've never seen a surfboard, never seen someone surf. It's funny. But yeah, there's great, beautiful beaches there. We got like Mozambique.
Yeah.
I saw that on a travel show or something. I was like, God, I want to go there right now. It's so beautiful. It's like on the southern East Coast.
Yeah.
Like great weather, beautiful beaches, white sand, it's real chill.
Yeah.
Go to Swaziland. No, that's cool. Why Sweden though? Because your friends live there.
Yeah, that's it. Like, yeah, I want to go there. Because I was kind of planning on going there next year anyway.
I know.
So it might as well be the most immediate thing that I plan on doing. I don't know. I really don't have like. I don't know if it's like. I would just go on like a. If it was a vacation, I wouldn't want to be in like one single spot. I'd just like. Get on a fucking train, like countries that have like rail systems that go through them, you know. Just get on a rail and like just travel. Just travel, you know. I don't want to. You can. It's like saying like a person saying they want to visit or live in like every state of the United States. You're like, I don't want to live in either one of the states, you know. Like I would like to like check them all out and be like the smallest town within the state and see how that life is like, you know, and talk to some of those people, and yeah, and like do it like that. But staying like in one spot, I guess like you're always going to be a tourist, like no matter what, you know. Like if you're in this one spot, like you're never going to like you know, grasp like that feel of the place. So why just stay there? Why not just like go take a trip? Like if you're like, I'm gonna go take a vacation to Colorado, you know, explore the whole fucking state. Like don't stay in like Aspen, man. Like because all these are like, because when people go, it's like tourist attractions, man. Like go see where everybody actually is, you know.
All of Colorado's a tourist attraction too. I have family in Colorado, and it's all a tourist attraction. It's like, you want to go to the mountains, it's a tourist attraction. You want to go to the plains, it's a tourist attraction. You want to go up to the north part, it's a tourist. That's all Colorado is, you know. It's all ski vacation, pretty much.
Yeah.
But they live in Denver, and Denver's kind of cool. Kind of. But it's everyone's pretty laid back there, so I like visiting. So if you could live anywhere, you just travel.
Yeah, I would like, yeah, if I could live anywhere, I would not have a home.
Too bad you didn't get that computer science degree. I'm saying, man, you could get like a laptop set on anywhere you want.
Well, if I fucking do shit with like video, I can just like travel and record like different things, you know, and make fucking videos out of that and like fun things, you know, or maybe like, I don't know, man, I got no fucking idea what the hell I'm gonna do with my life, man. Like right now, I'm just trying to like, I don't know, I'm like honing like my video skills and shit, and like all the while like working on different art projects and like just waiting for like one thing to like not so much like take me for the rest of my life, but kind of click. I'm doing so much and like exploring so much art. I'm trying to at least not like trying to explore so many different like mediums so where like I can just like get like I don't know. I want to mesh all the things that I know, all these different forms into like one thing. So I get like what I end up doing is I take up on like this new thing like every year. Like I haven't done like a new thing for this year yet, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But like I usually take up like one new thing at the beginning of the year, and I like figure out how to do it, and I mesh it and like into like something else I'm doing, you know, or like just figure out how it works after like messing with it, just kind of throwing it up in there, you know, and I figure out how I can actually manipulate the thing into like something I want, you know, like just set a goal and like make that. But I'm waiting, and all the while like waiting for like this like final piece to like hit to where like I can like make all those things I've been like working on like come into like one like solid piece.
What do you think that final piece would look like?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I have no idea. Like it's like it's like a dream like that I'm always like looking at, you know, like it's like it's like a dream where I've seen it in like a couple of movies where like you have this excellent idea and like you're in this board meeting in like some place where you're like about to unveil it, but like as soon as like you're pulling down the curtain, like you see the tip of it and like you're awake. Mm-hmm. It's like one of those things like it's always there in the back of my head, but like I don't know exactly what it is, you know.
All right, sounds cool. Or I can relate. I want to ask you, you prefer day or nighttime?
I like nighttime mostly because I've been like kind of geared towards like taking photos at night because there's nobody out, and I used to stay up a lot at night, and most of the times like that's when I get the most work done because there's the least amount of distractions. Like if it's a really nice day outside, I can't get anything done. At night, like I'll stay up until like there's nobody else left to talk to.
Yeah.
And when that like all those distractions are gone, that's when I'll start to get to work.
All right. So what are your hobbies? You say like outside? I mean, aside from art.
I don't have any other than like art, man. Like I don't have any hobbies other than that.
That's cool.
Like fun, like I don't know. It all depends. I ride my bike a lot.
That's
not really
That's a hobby.
Yeah, because I'm not like trying to like race bikes or anything like that. So I guess it's like a hobby, but it's also like a transportation, man. So like I do social rides sometimes, but I don't know.
They still do what's it called? Critical mass?
Oh, dude, that thing's never going away, man. Like if anything is gonna get like so big that like all of Houston's gonna be a part of it.
No, I fell out there once. I haven't heard about it lately, and it seemed like they're just making a big deal.
Oh yeah, once they did that, and then like it all died out. Yeah, it like they did it, and like now it's just like it's like a part of like your life now. So just like get over it. You know.
Yeah.
They have this. They they beefed up, I guess, the patrol that rides around with them. And they instead of letting them like cut off a street for like 50 minutes or some shit, they like they let them go for a period of time, and they stop them, they break up the line, and then they let cars go for a period of time, and then they let them go again.
Alright, yeah, I always hate those 50-minute stops.
Yeah, dude, like people get out of their fucking cars and like yelling and mad and shit. It's like, dude, like it's the last Friday of the month, and just hope that like they don't go where you are.
Yeah. Basically. Alright, you have the house of your dreams, and you can hang this painting wherever you want in this whole house. Where would you hang it?
Probably my room.
Probably your room?
Yeah.
Alright. I think this says a lot about a person, what they want out of a painting and where they hang it,
Mostly because I probably end up spending most of my time in my room. That's what I do now, currently, Like, no matter where like, for the last, like, wherever I've lived for the last, like, 4 years, most of my time spent in my room, so if it means something to me, I kind of want it to be like always visible, you know.
Cool. Cool. I hope it does. About how big would you want it?
I don't know. I guess that depends, man. Like, I don't know how big my like. I don't know. Maybe like. Shit. Like. I don't know how big my walls are, you know.
I mean, just
It'd probably be pretty big. Like, I mean, like,
big.
I probably wanted to be pretty huge. Like something that like you can't like.
Let's
And
say
it really doesn't really fucking matter, man.
let's say I use a hollow core door. How about that?
What's that?
Like a door. You buy
yeah.
at Home Depot. It's hollow. It's just like a door without the door hole cut.
Yeah.
No hinges on. It's
Yeah.
just a big rectangle.
Yeah, I could do like freaking like 3 foot by 6 foot or something like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, depending on the artist, if it was like something that my friend Ariel made, man, like I just want her to paint my room. Like straight up, man. I just want her to do my room. I don't give a fuck.
Right on.
Yeah.
All right. Huh.
I really like her aesthetic. It's like really like it's like this really calming thing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look her up. I have an idea for what I want to paint you. I'm not gonna tell you. I'm gonna look it up and review this tape a few times. Look her up, and then when I say that, figure out what her art looks like.
I had some cards of hers, but I can't give you one because I
It's cool.
I
Can
wanna
I see
work
them
them.
though?
I don't know where they are. Let me see if I can't find them.
All right. Do you have a favorite one of all these?
I have this shirt, but I think shit, it's not in here. It's like this one of these two girls, but out of all these, I think not that one for sure. This that. I can't see. Damn, I have a shirt of all these. I think probably this one, man.
You like this one?
Yeah. Actually, out of all of them, I don't know. I don't think I have a favorite.
All right.
I like them all, of course, but like I wore that shirt like 2 years ago. And people ask me what it is, you know. I think it's just like I don't know. I mean, I imagine it's like this whirlwind in a bird cage with like a thing over it. You know, birds don't go to sleep unless you like cover it up, I guess.
Yeah.
At least that's what I thought when I was growing up, because you always put the thing over it if you want them to like go to sleep. But yeah, but the way it sits on the shirt is like it sits like right in the center of the chest, and it's like the way I took it on a shirt, the way I interpret it on a shirt is totally different from what it looks like on there. It's like a heart in a cage, you know, that's like kind of swirling around trying to get out, and like it just needs to calm down, you know. But like it won't calm down until you like put the sheet over it, you know. So that's kind of like
Alright.
longing for a thing, but like you should just probably wait. But like I need something to help me wait because I can't do it myself.
You need the sheet.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. Um, always look real geometric. Does she use a lot of geometric patterns in her art?
Uh,
Like, kind
well,
of
yeah.
stuff?
There's, I mean, like that's some of the old, like that's some of her old stuff. Like a
Do
lot of her
you,
other
do you like the
artists.
geometric patterns and stuff like that?
Uh,
Right.
yeah. I mean, like I can take it or leave it.
All right, that's cool.
I mean, I do like the diamonds on this one, on the Airstream one. I do like because they're kind of like,
They're subtle.
yeah, they're kind of like just right there.
All right.
But I mean, I dig all of it. I like the color. I really like her color palette. You know, like I like, she like stays with those colors.
Yeah.
I think she added in. I think she added in a green recently that she's been doing. But yeah, she like doesn't leave that color palette really so much.
That's cool. All right. Do you have a favorite drug?
Mushrooms.
Mushrooms. Good choice. Huh. All right. All right. I think I have enough to go on. I will let you know how it goes. Do you want me to describe to you the idea I have now, or do you want to be surprised?
It could go either way, man. If you want to tell me, you can.
I'll tell you. You let me know what you think. It's going to be the door frame, right, or the door. It's going to be the landscape. It's going to be like black, and then on it, and just like line work. It's going to be all line work. It's not going to be like shading or anything like that. And it's going to be like a landscape scene, like the mountains, just nice nature.
Yeah,
What do you think of that?
I could dig that.
All right.
Yeah, I could dig that.
It might change a little bit, but it'll be something along those lines.
It'll be like right over the bed.
Cool. Cool.
Or like maybe, you know, well, it depends on what the best vantage point for me to look at it, you know?
Don't let me make you a pain that's too big.
Nah, dude. Yeah, I'll put it like, well, I'll put it in front of the desk to make sure, like right in front of there, so that way I like always see it. Like you have to be in there to see it. I spend all my time like right there.
Yeah, working on the computer a lot.
Yeah, man, fucking. And sometimes I work and just like looking at it.
All right, cool. Cool.